here on the debate this evening. And that's on the Budgam terror attack. I'll be joined by Zeenat in just a minute, where the news coming in is that one of the migrant laborers who was shot dead at a brick kiln, Dilkush, is from Bihar in Chadura, has been declared brought dead. Zeenat, over to you. You're getting details right now. Second attack in 12 hours. What do you have?
Absolutely, Arnav. This is the second attack of the target killings in the Kashmir Valley. Earlier in Kulgam, now the focus has been shifted to central Kashmir's Budgam, where in Magrepora, the bricklings, the laborers who are working at the bricklin number 711, they have the rented accommodation in that very campus, and where they were shot at. Both the non-local laborers received gunshot injuries. One has received at hand, another as shoulder injury, but the one who received the shoulder injury has succumbed because the doctors at the SMHS hospital, Srinagar, have declared him brought down. We are seeing the CASOs and the search operations being launched by the police, but everybody is clueless who are the people who are carrying these kind of attacks.
Well, absolutely. Now, this incident which has happened out here. Can you in the incident this morning, which happened in the bank in Kulgam, we saw that the individual was almost, it looked like he'd been tracked for a long period of time. Then after being tracked, they knew his location. Zeenat, can you hear me? I'm losing there, Zeenat. I'll get her back on the line. We lost the line there. Ladies and gentlemen, pictures on your screen are the latest pictures that we are getting out there. I'm going to stay with the breaking news story. This is yet another attack. This has happened in Chadura, in Budgam an hour ago. The pictures on your screen. 2 migrant workers, ladies and gentlemen, have been shot at. Dilkush and Guri shot at. Guri currently battling for his life in Srinagar. 2 attacks in 24 hours. The point is clear. They want the Hindus. They want all the migrants to pack their bags and leave the valley, and we can't stay silent anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, going back to Zeenat for a minute. Now, I just saw those heartbreaking images, Zeenat, that came in of this second attack, and one of the migrant workers is still fighting for his life. What really was their fault is the question here. Were they Hindus that they were working or migrating in Kashmir, that they chose to earn an honest living by living and working in Kashmir? Why should innocents die? These are questions on our mind. But Zeenat, was this also a case where the individuals here were tracked for a long period of time and then attacked, like the incident at 10 o'clock this morning?
See, Arnav, let me explain to you that how these killings are panning out. We are seeing the terror organizations and the terrorists targeting there are people identifying the non-locals, because when I went to Kulgam today, it's not easy to go and do your job, and then the administration is also responsible. When you know these kind of killings are taking place, why are people posting those people, the migrants, the non-locals, in the vulnerable positions? That is the first thing. We all know that Pakistan is hell-bent to disturb the peace in the Kashmir region, and the kind of arms and ammunition, particularly the smaller weapon that has come in. It's not possible for the security forces to check each and everybody carrying whether somebody is armed or somebody is not carrying any pistol or any other ammunition. But who's responsible for the killings? The questions are not only being raised by the minority community, even the majority community are being targeted. You see the case of Saifullah, you see the case of Amreen Butt, artists, or we talk about the Riaz Thakur, because the list goes on and on and on. It feels like that everybody in Kashmir feels absolutely fear. Fear is around. The people feel scared. They don't know where they will be standing and who will come and bump you off. So all these things are taking place. We are seeing the security apparatus being geared up. The CASOs are being launched, but they have not received any. They have not reached any conclusion as of now. Who are the people behind the killings? JKP maintaining that whenever the target killings took place, they were able to neutralize the maximum number of terrorists involved in the cases. But still, the cases continues, and the fear is looming large in the Kashmir Valley. We saw that how the Kashmiri migrant pundits protest. The roads were sealed. The camps were sealed. They were not.
Yes, Zeenat, stay there. Zeenat, stay there. Join me on the debate right now. I'm going across to Lalit Ambardar. Lalit, you saw this latest incident. I want your reaction to it. Now, there's a second terror attack on Hindus in Chadura after Rahul Butt was killed there on the 12th of May.
Yes, Arnav, I'm so sorry. I feel so sad. There appears to be total absence of understanding what India has on hand in Kashmir. You know, I have no hesitation to say I expected my North Bloc to follow Ajit Doval's doctrine, but unfortunately they are following A.S. Dulat's doctrine in Kashmir. That's very sad, and it is damaging the image of Narendra Modi, who took that bold decision, historical decision on 5th of August 2019. That is being neutralized. I'm so sorry. He's being ill-informed. He's being misinformed. And what is happening there today? This is not something unusual. They need to understand Kashmir Jihad has evolved into a hybrid war. They're going to target like this. They will do it, and they will do it repeatedly, and they have been doing it for months now. And at the same time, there is a denial that Kashmiri Hindu genocide never happened. If you do not acknowledge what Hindus have suffered in Kashmir, that it was genocide, these things will continue to happen.
No, but this is like the days of Amit, the days of Ralif, Salif, and Ghalib convert to Islam, leave the place of Paris. This is back to 1990. This is back to 1990, nothing short, and we should not underplay.
This is exactly how 1990 started. This is exactly how 1990 started when they went into target killing. Whether it was killing of Tiklal Tapulu, Nilkant Ganju, Sarla Pat, it was exactly the way they started. Then they went into mass killings and massacres. But this is how this started. So somewhere we are failing to learn from our history, and the history which is not very old. And the biggest problem is that we are not acknowledging what has happened in 1990, and we are trying to battle cancer with paracetamol. We are trying to cloak it. We are trying to cloak jihad with development, underdevelopment, corruption and all that. The problem is jihad. Acknowledge it, jihad. This is a civilizational battle, and you need to fight it that way. You need a iron-fisted approach. You cannot. We have two people have died today. 3 in last 2 days. Innocent civilians, all doing their work, nothing more than that, are getting killed. And there is no reaction from the administration. Administration doesn't know how to tackle it. You have got nincompoops sitting there. You have imported people who have no clue on how to handle it. Please give it to people who your intelligence failure is today. Jammu Kashmir police was upfront. They used to ensure that intelligence network is a preventive intelligence network. And you do not have. How are you going to control people who are willing to die? 98 you have killed this year, by now 400 are willing to die. You will have to have a preventive mechanism in place.
What is the idea? You know, the one thing is, GVL, in 1990, and I totally agree here with Amit Raina, in 1990 hate lists were prepared. You know, names of prominent Hindus were pasted on hate list posters, and newspapers carried advertisements asking Hindus to leave or risk being killed. And 2022, there's a clear list of targets. In the past 2 months, 7 killings of Hindus have taken place, 3 in the past week, and 2 of them just today. So it's a complete repeat of 1990. Are we going to watch this and do nothing? I say, close down Kashmir, let there be complete elimination of terrorists and OGWs. GVL, the sentiments are very high.
Exactly.
Too much is happening.
This is
One
how
second,
jihad wars are headed
I'm sure
across the board.
the security agencies are not taking it easy. They have a very difficult job on hand. Let's understand this. But certainly we cannot let our innocent civilians be killed in this manner. I think certainly they need to improve upon their intelligence gathering. It cannot be a repeat of 1990 because there are not as many Kashmiris, Hindu living there. And today they're
No, but look at the incident right now, an hour back.
Sir,
The softest targets are being picked up. If we want to secure Kashmir, we must provide security for everyone in Kashmir.
They're targeting Hindus or migrants in isolated locations, and the security agencies really need to keep tabs on who all are.
No, what if nobody wants to work in Kashmir, nobody wants to go to Kashmir, forget tourism in Kashmir, there will be no workers in Kashmir. GVL, the situation is very serious. People are just moving out.
No, Arnab, that is exactly the objective of these targeted killings.
No, so what do you want them to do? Stay there.
Please, first of all, realize Kashmiri Hindus, this is not a second exodus. Can I, sir, listen, please, we are talking from ground. I repeat, If Narendra Modi's image is maligned, it's very dangerous for my nation. I want Narendra Modi to be there for next 100 years. He's doing a great job. The problem is with your local units in BJP and RSS Parivar there. They want to have elections there. They want to show Narendra Modi that everything is good there. It's not. It's not at all. Please trust me. And it's not even like 1990. It's even worse because jihad has evolved. They will kill one and create fear psychosis in hundreds. That's what hybrid jihad is all about. And I do not even blame the intelligence agencies. You cannot provide security to each and every citizen anywhere in the world. This is jihad, the society. These jihadis do not live in jungles. They don't live in hills. They live in neighborhoods. They just walk out of a house, go and pinpoint a Kashmiri Hindu or a Hindu who's not a Kashmiri, kill him on the spot. They just walk away. They don't even run away. They are living in the houses of neighbors who you claim to be our changed minds. Listen, with 35 and 378 this abrogation, you only begin the process of dismantling this Islamo-fascist ecosystem that has been flourishing in Kashmir for 70 years. It's a old disease. It will take time. Don't come on, keep making
I want to tell you why I keep saying I'll tell you one more thing, and Amit, you can you see GVL, you're making a mistake with this Abdullah family, a big mistake with the Abdullah family, the worst mistake with the Abdullah family. This Abdullah family must never be trusted. In 1989, Omar's father ordered the release of all the 70 terrorists, right? Yes. Including Hamid Sheikh, Ashfaq Wani. Who released them? Omar's father. Javed Mir, Yasin Malik. Who released them? Omar's father. And today, you're legitimizing Omar and his father. No, this is the reality. I'm just being absolutely brutally straight tonight.
Omar, one minute. They have not only freed these terrorists, they are the family that went and created Jammu Kashmir Liberation Front that was responsible for the genocide of Kashmiri Pandits. So it is not only that they went and created this. And don't you think we know what is happening between BJP and National Conference behind the curtains? You are trying to legitimize them. You are trying to give them space. There was no reason for them to be invited to Delhi. There was no reason for Mehbooba to continue enjoying CM privileges even today when she speaks against the security force.
Take away her security.
She speaks in defense of.
Deny her security and get her own.
Talks with Pakistan. Why are you? Arnab, you see, why are you allowing her to have all the privileges so that more people can get in Kashmir? Please let me see how she roams around in the city. ये कहने की बात है, आप सॉफ्ट हो गए हैं, आपको वहां अपीसमेंट पॉलिटिक्स दिख रही है, आपको लगता है कि शायद हम कश्मीर से इलेक्शन जीत जाए, and then we can tell to the world, look, we are an inclusive party, we have won even elections from Kashmir. Please, for your one MLA seat, which you will never get in your life, do not kill Kashmir.
Now, you see, everyone has a point of view, but our government is extremely hard on terrorists. You've seen how a number of them have been liquidated. Even those who attacked Mr. Pandit only a few days ago, his attackers were killed within 24 hours. The government, but at the same time, we want to establish a democratically elected government in Jammu and Kashmir. That's our commitment to democracy. We will not allow any of these parties to appease with the terrorists. They will
not allow. They do. Who are you to not allow? They do. Lalit is responding to you. You're fooling yourself. They do. They always will. That's how they are.
Listen, please do not carry forward the baggage of Manmohan Singh.
Please don't.
Push back Hindus.
You made the biggest mistake earlier.
Sir, this Prime Minister package was invented by Manmohan Singh when he was compromising on Kashmir with Musharraf to secularize that compromise, to secularize Kashmir Jihad. And why are you carrying this baggage? They are poor people. They're survivors of genocide. They have been pushed back into very villages and towns from where their families were hounded out. How come you're legitimizing that? And they are not returnees. Their dead bodies returned back to their parents in exile in Jammu. They are cremated in Jammu. So it is no rehabilitation. They are poor people. You continue to exploit what Manmohan Singh started, exploiting their economic deprivation. और आज की तारीख में सुनाना चाहता हूँ सर आपको, 32 years since in Kashmir, you heard Bande Mataram and your local administration lathi charged them. They spoke Vande Mataram, they rented slogans of Vande Mataram. Your
There was
people,
an
your
inquiry,
administration,
there
nothing
was an
shut down.
inquiry
That's
that was
sickening.
ordered.
And today, you know what you're
Lalit, GVL responding to you.
administration doing? They have barricaded all of the camps. They are not allowing even pregnant women to leave the camps. Is this what you call Hindutva? Is this what could be a resurgence of Sanatan? No. Everything you are doing in Kashmir goes against the spirit of 5th of August 2019. I feel sorry. My Narendra Modi's image is being spoiled, and it is coming from within BJP, within RSS.
I think
you better understand it.
I think the backdrop
Please
of
tell him the truth.
the
Don't
backdrop is
disconnect him.
the
Don't
backdrop
disconnect
is
Narendra
all this
Modi.
is being
And I
said.
don't see-
All
I
this
don't
is
see
being
Ajit
said.
Doval
Not.
doctrine at all.
I just say how much time do I have? I just want to make a point, GVL. There are lots of expectations from tomorrow's meeting.
Yes.
And there are a lot of expectations that something will be done. And I think you too and all of us feel very, very, very strongly about what the Kashmiri Pandits are going through. And in this, Pankaj,
Generally,
I think we
Hindu
go
lives,
beyond
sir.
politics.
Hindu lives must
In this,
matter.
I think we need to
Look
go
this
beyond
people
politics
laborers.
now. We need to save Kashmir from this situation. Pankaj.
Sir, the way Narendra Modi took back
Yes, we need to save Kashmir in this situation.
We supported him.
You know, nearly 20 Kashmiri Pandits, I mean Hindus, were killed in Kashmir Valley after the removal of Article 370, and there is a president rule. So who should be held responsible? Union Home Minister and Governor of Jammu and Kashmir must be held responsible. More than 2,000 migrants have gone back to Kashmir Valley for taking up the jobs under, this Prime Minister's development package. But it is clear that the government has not taken sufficient measures to ensure the safety of the minorities in the valley. So Union government must do something about this. Home Minister Shri Amit Shah ji and the Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, Manoj Sinha ji, must take this situation very seriously. This is their job. And why don't they take the responsibility of all this, what is happening in Kashmir Valley?
Is it possible for any government to provide security to each and every citizen of this country? Is it possible?
Not to every citizen of this country, but general security must be tightened. What are your intelligence agencies doing?
Rahul Bhatt is working in an office where 99.9% employees are Muslim. Only one Hindu is there. These guys just walk in, kill him because he's a Hindu. Why will the security do? What will the security do? Blame the locals. Kashmiri Muslim society is an Islamized society, radicalized society today. Unless you radicalize them.
That is also a dimension. That is also a dimension of the whole problem. But then you cannot shut your
let Kashmiri Hindus come back to Jammu. They deserve life and dignity.
No, I think we are all broadly on the same side. Ladies and gentlemen, this is yet another attack we have been reporting. In Chadura, in Budgam, just an hour ago, 2 migrant workers were shot at, Dilkush and Guri. Guri is currently battling for his life in Srinagar. And ladies and gentlemen, those who want Hindus to pack their bags and leave the valley in fear, they will never be allowed to win. GVL, I'd like you to say something before this ends. You've been listening to the strong sentiments on all sides. Your final thoughts.
Now, Arnab, certainly the emotions are running very high because these attacks have really made people very nervous, very hurtful. So when Lalitji expresses certain views, I think the whole nation is hearing him. So while it is inconvenient for me for those comments, but I have to accept them because these are words of people who have suffered greatly in the valley.
Yes.
The security agencies are certainly examining the issues, and please, no one should think that they are neither the Home Ministry nor the LG's office. They are now, nobody is sitting pretty, and no one wants to accept this as a fact of reality. This government is committed to ensuring that complete peace prevails in Jammu and Kashmir, and will liquidate all forms of terrorism.
Okay,
and ensure
Lalit wants to say one last thing to you. Yes, Lalit. Lalit wants to respond to you.
Mr. Rao, when you goaded Narendra Modi to go in for an alliance with Mufti Muhammad Sayyid, we on Arnav's channel opposed it till you were in alliance, and thank God you broke that alliance. Otherwise, your 2019 election results would not have been the same. Please do not repeat the mistake. It took Narendra Modi to call it Mahamilawat. Please inform him. I'm sure he'll intervene the way he took back those laws.
I'm sure the Prime Minister, I'm sure the Home Minister, I'm sure the National Security Advisor, I'm sure the Army Chief, I'm sure the Lieutenant Governor, all of whom will be meeting, I think tomorrow will take, I think the Home Minister is chairing that meeting. I correct myself, will be taking the strongest of action, because I think nothing short of the strongest action is necessary. Now we're keeping a very, very close watch on what's happening in Kashmir, ladies and gentlemen, across the Kashmir Valley. We pray for peace, but we must prepare to respond to the terrorists with great measure. I'll see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock once again. Till then, and only till then, good night and goodbye.